You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony. I'm speaking with Cindy Pon. Her new novel is Fury of the Phoenix. Thank you for joining me, Cindy.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Cindy, you've decided to write complicated, intense, very intricate novels that have a historical setting with which many people are unfamiliar. And into that, you introduce elements of the fantastic. That's a double level of challenge for you. Explain to me why you decided to proceed in that manner.
Thank you very much. Well, as I said, it is the first novel that I wrote. And what happened was that when I started writing it, I had just started taking lessons as a Chinese brush artist. And I was reading up more on the culture. I'm Chinese American. I was reading up on the culture and the history. And I was basically combining my two loves at the time. Fantasy was always my favorite genre to read. And, I thought, why isn't there any Chinese-inspired fantasy out there? And that's exactly what I did with Silver Phoenix, and that's how I started writing it.
Well, it seems so natural. It's such a crazy question because the world of Chinese lore is so rich and complex. You have a lot of your work done for you just going in. So talk about interpreting that lore and turning, what could maybe be some kind of dry historical stuff and dry religious stuff into something that's like a rip-roaring, page-turning narrative.
I think that, people think that since I'm Chinese American, I go in and I know everything. And I didn't. I had to research just like any other writer with, the history and the lore of China. I knew some things from holidays, with my parents that are more, celebrated and well known. But what I'm writing isn't, well known. So I found a text that is so old that the most Chinese people in China now are not familiar with it. And it was translated by, I believe, a professor at UC Berkeley. And it was called The Guideways Through Mountains and Seas. And it was just 2,000 years old. And it was about all these different lands, monsters, and people that the Chinese people, they think, believed was real. So there was like the land of women, which is, just all women, and the land of men, and the land of the short people, and the land. So you think, well, maybe there was a land like this, like they were shorter, or they were squatter, or.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?